Well, we've arrived in the historic and ancient town of Bayeaux, and being very important people, we've got reserved parking space in the rear of the hotel, and I've just put the trusty Skoda in our reserved parking space, and then I saw what they use for invalid carriages in Bayeaux. You know, it's obviously adapted for someone with severe mobility difficulties. Probably got a Villiers two-stroke engine under the bonnet like the old Invercars used to have. That will do it, won't it? Well, that helps us to explain where we are. Bayeaux in Normandy. No, not at the moment.
Se moque de toi. Elle me dit non, c'est pas vrai.
Right, Bayeaux is famous for several things, and the one that we've just been in to see is the tapestry, and I suspect quite a few of you would have liked me to have filmed the tapestry. Well, je regrette que photography is banned. The tapestry itself is nearly 1,000 years old, and it tells the story of how William, Duke of Normandy, ended up as King of England instead of Harold. You can look it up on Wikipedia and Google and things like that. It's stored in this building. I couldn't film it, so you know, there we are. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. It's great being a tourist in places like this. You know, you go in the tourist centre, you get given a map for nothing, and then you start doing the core look at that routine. And then someone said, which way is it to the cathedral? And I whipped the map out and I was trying this way and that and looking at the map, and I couldn't work it out. And I thought, well, I don't know, it's quite probably that building there, isn't it? So we'll have a little walk through to the cathedral. Now, I understand George is going to be putting a little chapel next to his roundhouse on the Shade Tree Railway. I think that's the little chapel that you ought to build, George. A bit huge, that, isn't it? And yeah, we're walking around the south side of it. And you know, you look at the towers and the stonework, and what we'll do, we'll go a little bit closer to this doorway on the south transept, south aisle, because just look at the amount of work. Some of them seem to have had their heads cut off, and I do wonder when that happened. That could have been during the French Revolution, it could have been at various other times. And obviously there's statues missing. You know, those podiums there, I would expect to see several saints, and they seem to be missing. But even still, just look at the amount of stonework. And it's worth, with a building like this, you know, you really do need to just stand and look. And as you stand and look, your eye will catch different things. He doesn't look very happy, does he? This is one of those buildings that you could actually stand and look at for several hours without moving, and you'd see something different everywhere you look. And yeah, fantastic. But I think we're going to find a way into this building. Well, perhaps we won't interrupt what's going on in the cathedral. That could be impolite, couldn't it? Just to give you an idea, this is how you celebrate tying the knot. You and your mates, with whatever noisy motor cars you can lay hands on, drive round and round and round the town, making sure that everybody hears. Well, that sort of dominates the skyline a bit, really, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it's very much a day for old cars, isn't it? I suppose I ought to get a little bit closer and work out what it is. You know, I normally just say, well, it's a black car. Is it a Bentley? Yeah, that's a rather super motor car, isn't it? I guess that's probably something to do with the wedding. that is still going on in the cathedral. Well, this is Sunday. The sun is shining and we are in Bayeaux, and we are going to go and poke our noses into a flea market which is being set up over here, the other side of this rather wonderful fountain. If I can get there without getting run over, and we'll see what delights there are for sale. It is very early and the traders are just getting sorted out, but you know, we'll have a look.